I made mother-in-law sit at the children's table after she caused a scene over the seating arrangement at my sister's wedding. My younger sister, Sarah, got married last weekend. Sarah is the sweetest person I know, but she's a bit of a pushover. Her new husband, Jake, is a great guy, but his mother, Linda, is a piece of work. Linda is wealthy, entitled, and believes that because she birthed the groom, she is the queen mother of any event she attends. For context, my parents paid for 90% of this wedding. Linda contributed $0, yet she had a list of demands longer than the guest list. Her biggest obsession was the seating chart. She insisted she should be at the head table with the bride and groom. Sarah explained that they were doing a sweetheart table, just the two of them, and that the immediate family would be at tables 1 and 2, right at the front. Linda wasn't having it. She wanted to be at their table. When Sarah said no, Linda spent weeks calling Sarah, crying about how she was being marginalized and hidden away. On the morning of the wedding, while we were getting our hair done, Linda stormed into the bridal suite. She had a printed copy of the seating chart and was shaking with rage. She had found out that she was seated at table 2 with her husband and Jake's grandparents, while my parents were at table 1. "This is a slap in the face," Linda screamed. She actually threw a glass of orange juice. Thankfully, it missed the dresses. "I am the mother of the groom. I should be at table 1 or I am not attending this circus at all. Sarah, you are a disrespectful, ungrateful brat." Sarah started sobbing. Her makeup was ruined and she was hyperventilating. Jake came in, saw his mother screaming and his bride crying, and finally snapped. He told his mother to leave and said, "If you can't act like an adult, you don't get to sit with the adults." Jake looked at me. I was the maid of honor and the unofficial enforcer for the day and said, "Handle it. I don't care where she sits. Just get her away from Sarah." A light bulb went off in my head. We had a kids' table set up in the far corner of the ballroom. It was for the 8 cousins, all aged between 3 and 7. It was covered in butcher paper, crayons, and bowls of chicken nuggets. It was about as far from the head table as you could get, right next to the kitchen doors. I walked over to the place card table. I took Linda's fancy, gold-embossed name card from table 2 and walked it over to the kids' table. I tucked it right between 4-year-old Leo, who is a notorious nose-picker, and 6-year-old Maya, who had a stomach bug the week before and was still fidgety. When the reception started, Linda arrived late, acting like she expected a grand apology. She walked toward table 1, but the usher, my brother who was in on the plan, told her, "Oh, sorry, Linda, there was a last-minute change. You're at table 12. Linda's face went white when she saw table 12. She saw the crayons. She saw the plastic cups with lids and straws. She saw the activity packs. She tried to move to an empty seat at table 2, but I immediately stepped in. "Linda, Jake said that if you couldn't act like an adult, you couldn't sit with the adults. This is where the children sit. Since you threw a tantrum and made the bride cry today, we thought you'd feel more at home here. Do you need me to help you color your placemat?" The look of pure, unadulterated fury on her face was better than the wedding cake. She spent the entire night sitting on a tiny chair, flanked by toddlers. Every time she tried to stand up to complain to Jake, I'd pop up and ask if she needed more apple juice or if she'd finished her chicken strips. She was so embarrassed that she couldn't make a scene without looking even more ridiculous. She ended up leaving before the first dance. Now the groom's side of the family is calling me cruel and unhinged. They say I humiliated a 55-year-old woman and turned her into a laughingstock. My parents think it was a bit much, but Sarah says it was the first time she felt like she could breathe all day. Jake thanked me, but says his mom is now threatening to cut him out of her will. I think she got exactly what she deserved for acting like a spoiled child on the most important day of Sarah's life. Am I at fault here for what I did?